Look, you're right. It's been a great pleasure and at times it's been challenging as well, but a great pleasure to be responsible for the biggest transport infrastructure agenda the state has ever seen, and also to get out on those work sites and meet the tens of thousands of workers who rely on this transport infrastructure pipeline that we have built up and we'll look forward to sustaining. But also too, in terms of the social policy areas, whether it's been sitting around the cabinet table or sitting around kitchen tables in my community or talking to people in my electorate or further afield, there has been working through those big and important social policy reforms around mental health, the work on family violence, the work on housing, as I mentioned before, was a big and important part of the work that I'd been leading with colleagues over the past few months. That is work that will continue, and I particularly want to acknowledge today and say directly to our leaders of the First Peoples Assembly how I very much look forward to having conversations very soon with the leaders of the First Peoples Assembly about how I am absolutely determined to walk with them on the path to treaty. It is a big and important piece of work that we are doing right now as a government, and I intend to walk alongside of them with respect, with dignity, but with determination to work towards the treaty outcomes.
Premier, what do you say is the biggest challenge facing Victoria, and what's your number one priority?
Look, there is, I think, if I can have a couple of challenges, which are also present opportunities as well. And the housing challenges are first and foremost in our mind, and that is where last week's statement was important. But in many ways, we did a lot of hard work leading up to the release of that housing statement. But in many ways too, the hard work now continues as we have to work alongside community housing providers, the industry itself, communities, as we implement these reforms and drive towards an outcome of building more homes, more affordable homes for people to live in. That is really the number one issue that, again, whether it's in my community of Bendigo East or more broadly around the state, that's the issue that is going to be a big ongoing priority for the government. And then in terms of the other challenges and opportunities that we have to work on as a government. For state governments, it is always about continuing to deliver strong services that families rely on, particularly working families. So that ongoing support for our public schools, the ongoing work that we do working with the fabulous public health workforce in terms of delivering healthcare services, the reforms in child protection that are particularly big and important. So continuing to work on those social service reforms, continuing to deliver our infrastructure agenda, and also working with my colleagues on making sure that we continue that strong foundation of the economic management that has been put in place through the work that the Treasury has done over the past 9 years.